Hi, welcome to Device Security Enterprise Demonstration video. In this video, we will focus on aggregated visibility as a core function. Specifically, we will demonstrate how to find and look at device details for the following: IoT devices, unmanaged or BYOD IT devices, and corporate managed IT devices. You can find this enterprise demo script on the device security loop page using the URL shown. For this demo, we will use the Alvisofin demo tenant environment. To launch the demo tenant, simply follow the hyperlinks embedded in the enterprise demo script as shown here. The custom device inventory dashboard is displayed, which shows metrics for multiple queries, specifically the total number of assets discovered on the network, new devices discovered in the last month, device distribution categorized by risk level across various groups like office, network devices, and facilities, devices that were learned across multiple sources, including third-party integrations, and devices by individual device profiles. And finally, device distribution across segments for segmentation. Customers can further enhance these dashboards or create new ones with custom widgets for analytics and data that will fit their use cases. In the Alvisofin demo tenant, we have multiple sites defined with different device or asset types. To help reduce the search complexity, we have grouped all enterprise assets into the SJC enterprise site. To set the site filter, navigate to the dashboard. Deselect all sites from the site filter, then select the SJC enterprise site, which will filter out the remaining assets. Next, we will take a deeper look into our first asset type, namely IoT devices. To find these devices and look at the details, we will navigate to the asset inventory page. Next, we will add a filter for device type and select all IoT devices. This results in a smaller set of IoT-only devices being displayed. Next, we will find the device with the name Access in its device name. This is done by searching the device inventory table. We can now select the device called Access Communications Network Camera to view the device details. The device details page includes attributes that have been determined based on network traffic and additional integrations. On the top header are important device attributes, followed by other data for behaviors, alerts, vulnerabilities, etc. Device security has captured and determined various attributes like the make, the model, and the serial number of this particular device. The behavior Sankey chart shows the IoT devices on the left and traffic flows for different applications and protocols to internal or external destinations on the right. This data can be viewed visually using the Sankey chart or also in tabular form right below the Sankey chart. The color coding on the Sankey chart represents alerts that have been triggered for these traffic flows. In this example, there's an HTTP login using default credentials. There are also dedicated sections under the device details page for alerts, vulnerabilities, and other risk factors. These will be discussed in more detail in the risk assessment and prioritization video. Scrolling down to the attribute section of the device details page allows us to expand all the attribute details. Here we can find more details beyond what is shown on the header attribute section. As we scroll through the subsections, we can show that device security has determined the software bomb for this particular device, and that's under software components and vulnerabilities. This SBOM is being retrieved using our new LLM crawler that fetches the data from the device manufacturer's site. This gives you a complete picture of the device's software-related risks. Next, we will take a deeper look at our second asset type, namely unmanaged IT and BYOD devices. To find these devices and look at the details, we will navigate to Asset Inventory page. Next, we will utilize a save filter or bookmark called BYOD Unmanaged Assets. After selecting this filter, which is based on a query, you will notice that we are searching for the following criteria: devices that are not Active Directory joined, devices that have no corporate endpoint protection, like Cortex XDR installed, and also devices that are based on the Linux operating system, which helps us further restrict the return list. Now that this query has executed, we can find the device called Trend Apex 1 in the table. Click on the device name to open the device details page. Again, here we can see that the device is a Linux machine and utilizing DeepSeek APIs and apt-get functions across the network. This indicates that the device is being used for LLM development, which is further supported by the SBOM at the bottom of the attributes, clearly displaying that Python 2.7 has been detected on this particular host. There are additional risk factors for this device, which includes that it's running CentOS 7, which is end of life, and also has exposure to the internet. Finally, we can take a deeper look into our third asset type, namely a corporate managed IT asset. To find these devices and look at the details, we'll navigate to the asset inventory page. Next, we will utilize a saved filter called corporate managed asset. After selecting this filter, which is based on a query, you will notice that we are searching with the following criteria: devices that are AD joined. The AD domain is acme.engineering.com, and the device does have endpoint security, in this case, Cortex XDR installed. Now that the query has executed, we can find the device called UpSupport PC1A in the table, and clicking on that device will show us the device details page. Again, here we can see that the device is a Dell computer with Windows 7 installed. Device security has detected network traffic and integration for Cortex XDR endpoint protection. And looking at the behaviors, we can clearly see that this PC is using productivity applications like Office 365 and Teams. Additional risk factors for this device includes that it's running an end-of-life Windows 7 operating system, and that the device is also exposed to the internet. Lastly, expanding the device attributes, notice the following: the domain joint status and details, including the obfuscated username, under security, you will also note Under security, you will also notice that we are receiving data or attributes from Cortex XDR for this device. The integration to Cortex XDR is used to enhance the device attributes and provide additional context for this managed and monitored device in device security. To recap this demonstration, we started in the Albisofen demo tenant on the main inventory dashboard, which provides a high-level customizable view of the entire asset environment, including risk distribution, data sources, and new devices. We then localized our view to the SJC enterprise site to focus our analysis. From there, we performed a deep dive into 3 distinct asset types to show the depth of discovery. First, we looked at IoT devices, namely the Axis video camera. We saw how device security identifies detailed attributes, visualizes network behaviors with the Sankey chart, and maps alerts like default credential use. Most importantly, we highlighted the SBOM, or software bill of materials, which our new LLM crawler automatically fetches from manufacturer sites to expose software level risks. Then we proceeded to look at our unmanaged BYOD Linux device. Using a saved filter, we instantly isolated a device that was not AD joined and lacked endpoint protection. We identified it as a high-risk Linux machine being used for LLM development, running an end-of-life CentOS operating system, and exposed to the internet. Finally, we looked at a managed corporate asset, which was a Windows PC. Finally, we found a corporate asset that was AD joined. It was running Cortex XDR. The platform confirmed this by showing integrated attributes from both systems, IoT security and Cortex XDR. Even on this managed device, we immediately flagged a critical risk, which was that was running an end-of-life Windows 7 operating system. Across all 3 examples, we have demonstrated how device security provides deep contextual visibility to identify crucial risk for misconfigurations and end-of-life software to missing security controls across every type of device on your network. We hope you enjoyed this demonstration.